How can you turn me off when I'm always turned on?
Oh! Oh, there we go.
You good to go? You
right.
turn that off or what?
My game's turned off, but I'm turned on.
Ah, good. Because I've been recording for the last fucking 20 seconds.
That's fucking great.
I'm keeping that in.
Oh, shit.
Alright.
Title of the podcast.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, guys. Welcome to episode 2. Gamers Only Know podcast. Thanks for all the support last week. We got like over 100 plays on our first thing, which I was pretty happy about. I expected like 2. So, yeah, there's that.
I was glad we got 69, to be honest.
Yeah, right. I was probably about 20 of them myself. Yeah, so I'm Aaron. Everyone knows me. Go around the table, guys.
Jamie again. Beard Jamie as well.
Yes.
Yep. El Beardo's here.
And Jaden.
Hi,
Little
Jaden.
freshie. Little Jaden.
Yeah.
Welcome, Jaden.
The fresh meat.
Having a good time, buddy?
I am just evolving my water.
Yeah, it's good.
So we put the fucking games down.
I was in a
Turn the shit off so we can talk about them. Fuck your match. Sort it out.
Alright. Done. He's a Blastoise now. I'm done. So,
Alright, so E3's wrapped up. It wasn't the best E3 in my personal opinion. I don't know, I feel like it was a little more boring than usual.
I
Yeah.
feel like Bethesda has the best
Bethesda?
showing.
I thought it was Square Enix for me.
If I'm being honest, Nintendo for me.
I'm not overly
Fucking-
sure who I thought was better. But it wasn't Ubisoft. It was not Ubisoft.
No.
Definitely wasn't Bethesda, I'll tell you that much.
I couldn't believe like that. Alright, fuck it. You want to just start with Bethesda?
Let's start
Yeah.
with the shittest thing first.
Alright, well, to be completely
into it.
fair, I was not expecting him to immediately just be like, alright, hi everybody, how you doing? Y'all like Fallout 76? I was like, oh no, what are you doing? Like they immediately like sent Todd Howard out to basically die. Like,
Yeah.
but then
But to be fair, the crowd didn't boo it much at all. They seemed like pretty pumped.
the weird
I
was
mean,
weird.
that one guy that just screamed,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was a
everything.
wanker.
That-
You know what? Like, I
Great
understand being hype and like and enjoying things, but it got to the point where it's just rude because like they're trying to talk, and half of these developers have social anxiety as it is. You can tell they don't like talking in front of people, and then they have to stop every 2 seconds because some dickhead wants to like Yahoo in the front row.
I thought it was weird
Yeah.
that like they had all these people carrying on and going fucking crazy for things, but whenever the camera pans to the audience, it was just on a bunch of bored people like just politely clapping, and I was like,
Yeah.
where's all the cheering coming from?
Yeah.
It's coming from the soundboard behind the scenes.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking, man. Like, could you imagine if that came out and that was like the latest thing? Like, oh yeah, Bethesda need booze, so they just give fucking fake ones. Like, oh, that's
I
not
don't
gonna go
know.
down well.
It was just, it didn't sit well. Like, we were all watching it in the party, and everyone just noted. And, like, I'm pretty sure there's been articles about the dude. Like, people were very aware of him.
Yeah, well, it's a bit hard not to be. He wouldn't shut
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Stole
think
the
it was-
show
I
better
think it
than
was-
fucking Bethesda.
I think that guy that kept screaming, I think he was the same guy who was who yelled out to Keanu Reeves when he walked on stage.
Oh, the breathtaking dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw an article about that, trying to connect him as well. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That guy got the collector's edition of Cyberpunk though for free.
Yeah, he
for
got it for
nothing.
free. So I think he was trying to like see what else he could get out of it just by being a hype man.
Alright. So that begins it with like Fallout 76, I guess. I haven't really played it since launch. I had the opportunity to take it back to the store and I didn't, and I'm pissed off at myself for that. They're like, oh, we're bringing NPCs into the Wastelanders. In the Wastelanders update. And it's like, okay, NPCs should not be a selling point in a video game. Like, that's ridiculous.
Standard. Yeah.
Like, I can't believe this. They're like, they will pump out a game with no NPCs and then use NPCs later on as a selling point and be like, oh, come back, come on, guys.
Yeah. Even FIFA has NPCs, so that should tell you as much as you need to know.
Yeah, pretty much. But and yeah,
I
they're
think
like,
every
oh,
game
they'll
has
come with
NPCs.
yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean. Like, it's just I don't understand why they went away from their bread and butter.
And it says, yeah, the NPCs will come with their full dialogue trees, and there'll be choices. Like, okay, so like every single other Bethesda game that's ever come out, like, so I don't really particularly want to applaud you for bringing out something which has been a staple in all games since day dot. And
Yeah, just for doing the normal.
I'm definitely a Bethesda fanboy, and this is not impressed me whatsoever, like at all.
No. Even the way they announced Battle Royale, like, yes, it's coming to Fallout 76, like, if that's what you're doing to bring people in, you've already lost.
Yeah, exactly right. And it's like all those other games that do have the battle royales and that, they have their place in those games most of the time. Maybe
It doesn't belong in
this one.
Fallout.
Yeah, maybe fix it instead of trying to like, oh shit, quick, get a battle royale in there. Like, no,
It's
people,
like a quick patch, yeah.
people don't play Fallout for battle royales. They jump on Fortnite or Apex. No one plays Fallout for a fucking battle royale. Like, nobody asked for it, but they're like, hey, take this. Like,
Yeah.
oh. Well,
Fortnite, like, Battle Royals are very specialized. Like, you need to put a lot of effort into them. And I can't see Fallout sticking with always updating their Battle Royale mode. If anything,
like
they need to
maintaining
just... Yeah, they just need to work on the game. Because I haven't played 76, and I couldn't tell you much about it.
all right, so we'll move on from Fallout 76, I guess. All right, so what else did they announce? They announced a game called Ghostwire Tokyo, which was the one from Shinji Mikami, guy behind Evil Within and Resident Evil, and Dino Crisis, Jamie.
Yeah, boy.
So it was all about sort of spirits which are haunting like a modern day Japan. So, and they had like dangerous spirits and peaceful spirits supposedly. And we had that game developer, whatever her name was, that Japanese woman that came out.
The
Everybody
bubbly
just-
Asian chick.
The one that everybody just
Yeah.
loves.
She's pretty awesome.
Yeah, she was fantastic. Like she was great, and even like everyone sort of loved her. Like all sorts of articles are going out just on how much all the fans bloody thought she was good.
Well, she was just super bubbly, and like even though the English barrier, like she struggled with English, obviously, as you could tell, but like a lot of them would just get translators, and she just pushed through it and just made like she was very anime, even in her mannerisms.
I was just about to say that. Yeah,
like her little stances and little poses. She just like took it all in. It was great.
Yeah, and you could tell that like that wasn't like she was obviously a little bit nervous, but like it was something different from just walking out and just being like, "Hello guys, my name's such and such. This is our game. I'm a cardboard box."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Which
like
was
that
the rest of the
golfing guy.
Bethesda guys. Oh, dude,
yeah.
right.
his name was Phil, and he lived in a basement. 100%. His awkward laugh, literally, when he laughed, I just pictured Beavis and Butthead. It was just like, I was like, yeah. Why do they put these people in front of like the camera?
And in front of like
There's these
fucking
awkward
hundreds
people
of
that know what they're
people.
talking about and know like what they're made.
Yeah,
They
like
know how to like convey it to other human beings.
the reason they're good at making these games is because they're good with like just talking to a computer.
Well,
They're
I'm,
good
I'm
with staying
definitely
indoors for hours upon end.
I'm definitely not going to shit on
Yeah.
anyone for not being able to get up in front of like some thousands of people, like
Oh, no,
hundreds,
100%.
hundreds in the audience, and literally like thousands of people watching at home. So like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I could do better, but you know, at least like she was just a little bit of a breath of fresh air, I guess. And I feel like they need more of that. And I think that because of her reception, we're most likely going to see her like again next time they have something to show.
Oh yeah.
100%.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We got
That,
Yep, continue.
I was gonna say that's pretty much the only like real highlight that came out of Bethesda's show in general.
Yeah, really. Yeah. We got that Deathloop game from Arcane. Arcane won me over with Dishonored. I absolutely adore Dishonored. The Prey reboot had a bit of Dishonored sort of stuff to it. I haven't actually finished it, but the
I did
whole
not like Prey.
didn't you? The new one?
No.
I tried to, I just couldn't get into it.
Okay, I've only
yeah.
put a couple of hours in. It's definitely on my list to go back to, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. But yeah, so they're behind Deathloop. So you got those, what was it, the male and female protagonists.
Assassins,
yeah, they sort of just keep murdering each other and then going back in time and doing it again, I guess.
Well, from what they've talked about, apparently it's an online game where you jump in and you get either character and you're just versing another random single person online.
So just 1v1 sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it'll be a huge map. There could be like bots and shit around, but the main goal is to find each other and then you kill them and then you load into a new map kind of thing.
I guess bringing the whole like seeing as it was like they murder each other and then they're back again and then they continue to do that.
Yeah.
That sort of brings a little bit more of a story sort of element to respawning, just to the mechanic of respawning in general. I'm assuming that somebody, like there's going to have to be a victor obviously, so I feel like there's going to be some sort of goal that each player sort of has to like kill each other but also work towards ending the loop, I guess, and then bringing the match to an end. I don't know.
I was thinking more like a time limit. Like whoever gets the most kills is the winner at the end of the time.
It's hard to say when you just get a CGI trailer.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I don't think anyone really cares, to be completely honest. But Elder Scrolls Blades is coming to the Switch. That wasn't well received on mobile, I don't think so.
Mobile.
And like from what I've seen of it, like I've downloaded it and I haven't actually played it yet, but from what I've seen, like I saw this video of someone like building a fence or something, and it had a 7-minute timer on the screen, and I was like, really? So it looks like all you do is every time you do an action, a big timer appears on the screen, and you have to wait for that action to finish. And my assumption is that you can buy things or microtransactions or whatever it is to stop that. I guess I'm not sure if that's the case. But yeah, just watching a big loading screen, it's like, what can you really do with this?
Yeah, nah. I haven't played like the proper Elder Scrolls, and if I haven't done that, I'm not going to play the free to play.
Yeah, you haven't played Skyrim
watered down version. I've played Skyrim, but I wouldn't have put as many hours into it as like a majority of the community have. I mean, it's been ported that many times.
Yeah. So you're not like an Elder Scrolls.
Nah.
Like huge sort of Elder Scrolls sort of dude. Yeah.
No, I don't. I tend not to put a lot of hours into games. I like my story and I like to bash through it and then get on to the next game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like even games when you can explore, I rarely do.
Yeah, fair enough. Has anyone got Rage 2 yet?
Nah.
Nah, not yet.
I feel like I'm gonna get it, but like more when it's $20 sort of thing.
Yeah.
When it's free on PSN.
Or that, yeah. So they got some DLC coming for that. I like that there's a cheats mode in it though. I feel like that's something that games are missing. Like there's mods and all that sort of thing, but like it used to be, push a whole bunch of buttons and something would happen. Everyone remembers the GTA games and,
like
and all
GTA.
that.
Yeah, like classic cheats.
Honestly, I still remember most of the I'm sure we all do remember some of the cheats for GTA off the top of our heads, but like
cheatcc.com.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not. It says cheats, so I'm not sure if they are push cheats or if they're type in something and get it or whatever. But like just cheats in general, like they've been missing for years.
Yeah,
games don't have them anymore, and I don't know why. They were always so interesting to put in.
Yeah, exactly. But now like everything's just like
Tony Hawk and stuff. You get like big head mode and.
Yeah.
Like something that adds some funness to the game.
Even if you had to go and put codes in it, like a cheat codes menu, I mean, even that was fine. But yeah, just
and there weren't so much cheats. I think it was like Uncharted 2, I think it was 2, where you could like buy different things, like not microtransactions. They were just like you
like
complete certain parts of the
pack.
story.
They've all got that.
The story.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure about the first one. I know Uncharted 4's got it. And my assumption would be that because 4 and 2 have it, 3 would have it. So you're talking about like you earn a certain amount of points throughout the game, and then when you finish it, you've got that menu, and then you spend those points on the.
Yeah, you can spend the points on whatever you want to unlock.
Then you can run around in like different skins and stuff.
Yeah, because the first thing I did when I finished 4 was I used my points and got the cell shaded texture pack.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was
for number 2.
the Lego games though, like at the end, you get the red bricks that give you like fucking unlimited this, unlimited that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was good because like the more points you earn throughout the game, the more things that you could use those points on, like at the end of the game, and so that like that increases replayability and all that sort of stuff as well. And it wasn't something that you were charged in the store for, which is what someone like EA would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, that's definitely been missing for a little while. But yeah, I completely forgot about the Uncharted ones.
I didn't even know it was in Uncharted 4. Like, I didn't go through the menu as much as I did with 2. I think because I probably enjoyed 2 more.
2 was amazing.
2 is fantastic.
Yeah, it was just really gripping. I don't know why I liked it so much. It was just really good.
I think they nailed it with like the different you didn't stay in one kind of location. You were all over the place, like Nepal, and then plus Uncharted's well known for its characters, and they had a lot of different characters in number 2.
That was one hell of an opening as well.
Yeah. Such a good game. It's probably like out of all games I've played that the most, but not really related to Bethesda, but
well, I mean that's got to tell everyone about how Bethesda's conference really went for us. I guess
we're talking about Naughty Dog.
We're talking about not even just talking about Naughty Dog. We're talking about Uncharted 2, which came out in the PS3. Like fucking hell.
Early days, yeah.
So we had Wolfenstein Youngblood as well. Co-op. BJ Blazkowicz's kids.
Yep.
I am definitely down for a co-op thing. Like, how could they make Wolfenstein better? Old school co-op. Like,
yeah, it looks so good.
Fantastic. I can't wait to play this. This is fucking great. Like, I feel like games like Wolfenstein and Doom are sort of games which are from that old school era, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're sort of what we need today because like they proved it. Like, yes, Wolfenstein's got a decent story, but
it doesn't rely on the story.
Yeah,
it's more
exactly.
about what you're doing.
And Doom's story,
I literally just enjoy it for like seeing people's head explode and how often it happens.
Yeah, exactly. And Doom's story is sort of like even more different than that. Doom's story is bad guy, demons kill, go kill the demons. And
100%.
And I feel like there's so much. Maybe devs feel like there's a lot of pressure on them to produce a decent story or something like that. But so a lot of games forget how to have fun while they're trying to be other games, I guess. But these two games prove that like people still want that old school like fuck the story, let's just shoot people's fucking faces off. And
kind of no apologies. We're just this is what you get.
Yeah, exactly.
Enjoy it or don't.
And Wolfenstein had that, like, it actually made me feel, it made me think of GoldenEye in a way, because it was like, yo, you want to dual wield shotguns? Here you go.
Yeah.
And it was like fucking, it reminded me of like back in the day when, like, with GoldenEye, you could dual wield sniper rifles. And what a ridiculous concept. But like, that was all the games were.
But who cares? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who gives a shit? And like, they just brought that back. And then like with some of the upgrades you could get, like the ricocheting bullets for the shotgun. Like
shotgun, yeah.
Yeah, take your dual wielding shotgun. Now watch all the bullets fly off the walls. You don't even need to aim at anybody. You just get in there and squeeze that trigger and watch things explode.
It was always good for the guys that had the flamethrowers just around the corner.
Yeah. But,
from what I heard though, Youngblood's not a full game. It's it's a full game, but it's more like, what was the Wolfenstein game that came out after New Blood?
First
It was like a little mini.
So like a partial half game kind of thing.
It would be like a half game.
Like
I think it was called DLC. First Blood.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, New Blood was the proper game, and then First Blood was a little expansion, but they released it on a disc. Is that correct?
Something like that. It went for 9 hours or something. It wasn't a very long game.
Well, I think that's what this is supposed to be.
The infamous Second Son First Light.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah.
And
it's exactly like that. So it's a good portion of a game, but it's not going to be like a 20-hour
full price when it comes out.
No, they're looking at like $60, I think. So EB 100 still, but
yeah. So when the Wolfenstein one came out, the little prequel thing to the first one, that was only $40.
Yeah, that was only cheap. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully it's priced accordingly as well.
I just love that it's set in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Everything about the 80s is just.
We've got. I guess we kind of covered Doom as well a little bit there. What have they really added? Just more and more violence. The one thing that does interest me though is that you're not just going to hell in this game; you're going to heaven as well.
For the first time, yeah.
So you're just gonna go there and cunt up fucking demons in heaven. So I'm pretty psyched about that, to be honest.
I'm really hanging for that game. I didn't really think I'd like Doom as much as I did when I played the 2016, I think it was.
Yep.
That was...
Doom's amazing. It's always been amazing, though.
Gripped me straight away. Like, the music brings you in for one. That type of music just makes you want to fuck up demons.
Yeah, that had a
just
great
that
soundtrack.
music, yeah.
Isn't that an Aussie boy behind that?
They were all Aussie, yeah. That's what they're trying to... I think they did the same for this one. I'm not sure.
You know what?
I think this one was like a mix of Aussie kind of screamo dudes.
You know what got me hyped for this though? I don't know if you guys remember, but like a couple of months ago, what's his name? The lead composer or whatever it was for the Doom soundtrack. The guy they got on stage last year to play the soundtrack with his guitar. He put out a call for like metal band.
Yeah, it was on
basically.
Facebook.
Yeah, he wanted like a full orchestra type thing, but with, you know, electric guitars and drums and all that sort of shit. So
Metalheads, yeah.
Yeah, and the idea that he's just got like hundreds of metalheads like just ready to go crazy on something like sounds insane to me. So
just blast beats galore.
100%. I'm definitely looking forward to that. They also announced that they're working on some tech called Orion on the streaming tech. So it's got something to do with Google Stadia and I'm not sure. Something to do with streaming. 20%
doesn't really affect us very
No, not really.
Anyway.
20% faster streaming per frame and 40% lower bandwidth. Should also allow for 4K, 60 frames per second gameplay and streaming games at max settings. So we'll see if that's actually a thing.
Well, I had to switch from Wi-Fi to 4G just to get this going. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I doubt I'll be using Stadia anytime soon.
I doubt Australia will get it at all, to be honest.
Yeah, probably not.
No.
We got the Elder Scrolls Online expansion. That's something that I'm probably wanting to pick up myself, but I've only put about 20 hours into ESO so far, so I'm kind of enjoying it, but it hasn't grabbed me really, so I don't really got much to contribute about that. Elder Scrolls Legends is getting an expansion. If anyone's in the card games, I have no idea about anything to do with that, to be honest. Commander Keen. What the fuck is Commander Keen?
Oh,
It's
that's
like
what it was called.
It's an old game from like the 90s. It was... I don't know why they decided to bring
that
that
the
back.
Pogo Stick one?
It says it's got a Saturday morning
Two twins,
cartoon.
Billy and Billy.
Yeah, Billy and Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mobile game, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know what the
mobile
deal
game?
is with that,
Yeah.
but
It was
Well,
a Pogo
yeah.
Stick game back in the day, though.
Not sure, to be honest.
I got
I can't remember.
no idea. It's strange to me. I'm not sure.
I kind of just tuned out. It just didn't. It didn't seem Bethesda.
No.
Yeah, it was real.
It didn't belong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was certainly strange. Yeah. I don't know. People still go crazy for Todd Howard. I still like the guy. I don't know why. I know I shouldn't. He's given me no reason to. All he does is tell lies.
He's a slimy little prick.
Fucking oath he is. But like, at least when they're like sending anyone out, they're like, we're sending Todd out. They seem to like him. Crucify him. He's like,
Yeah.
people
Well, you
everywhere
gotta
are
be
still
cheap
playing
when it came
Fallout.
out.
Like, no, they're not. No one's playing Fallout. It's $9.
Just Mathers. Just Michael Mathers.
Yeah.
He's on there by himself.
Oh shit. Alright, so that's Bethesda done.
I was going to say that's pretty much it for Beth.
Yeah, we got EA.
I forgot they had their own little EA Play thing before all of it, so I'm not even sure what they announced. It'll be
Yeah,
FIFA,
same.
obviously.
All I
Okay,
care
so-
about is FIFA Street is coming back for FIFA 20.
But it's called... They've changed the name. It's like Vault or something now. So I'm not sure if it's exactly FIFA Street, but it looks...
They've said FIFA Street, and that name came up, so I was happy.
Yeah.
And then we mainly just got Star Wars footage.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, what
And they've
a-
showed more another
10 minutes
trailer
or 15
since.
minutes of Star Wars footage.
So I'm gonna.
A lot of
take
people
off
are whinging
my-
about that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Look, people are whinging because of the graphics. If you look at, like, I watched it, it's alpha footage.
I thought the graphics
It's
are
nowhere
fine.
near done.
It-
Yeah, I had
it's
no
not-
issue with
nowhere
Star
near
Wars.
done.
I thought the graphics
Look
looked
at the-
phenomenal.
Yeah,
Look at
same.
The faces. The faces looked horrible.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't look too good, but it says alpha footage, so we're getting something way better than what we saw.
I actually thought. the
Well, a
faces
lot of
looked pretty
people,
good,
what
to be
I
honest.
saw, were complaining about the lightsaber. Like, they thought the fighting was kind of boring, but it obviously
I liked
should.
it.
Like, they said it's a progression thing, you get points.
But
Apparently, that's very early in the game, so of course it's not
Apparently-
going to
he's very
be.
early in, where he's just learning how to use the lightsaber
Yeah.
properly. But I'm glad
And
they're going with
that little section was just linear. Apparently, before that was like a home, like a whole open world planet where you could just walk around and do whatever
Yeah.
you want.
So
Okay, so that's exactly what
What
I
I-
was going to get at. Oh, sorry, Jamie, you go.
what I saw from the story so far, though, it looks like they're leading into Rogue One.
Well, it's canon. It's been announced
Yeah,
that it's
yeah,
100%
It had, it
canon.
had
Guard.
Saul Guerrero in it
Saul
as well.
Guerrero is in it.
Yeah.
So,
And that made me just happy that they're going to show the backstory of why he got banished as well.
Could
Yeah.
do. Well, apparently they've leaked that there will be a lot more characters because, well, if it's going off Order 66, that's in between the original and the prequel saga, isn't it?
yep.
It's between 3 and 4.
Yeah, yeah. So
Well, 3
There's
and
a lot
Rogue
of-
One, to be honest.
there's a lot of story there.
Yeah, there is a lot of story there, and now that they've pretty much destroyed the extended universe, they can rebuild it however they see fit, I guess. And
Well, that's it. Disney had just come in and said, "No, we don't like this." It's
It doesn't always have to be told through
Which-
movies, I guess. You can do it through games. I mean, video games are the largest media consumed by people on the planet, so
And
Yeah.
that and comic books.
yeah.
I still prefer my movie, like my canon, to be movies, really, because I hate how all the the cartoons of Star Wars are considered canon. So really, Darth Maul's still around kicking, and I'm like, as much as I love
Amazing.
Darth Maul, he is my favorite character. But at the same time, like, if you're not going to bring him back into movies, I don't care.
I mean,
they kind
in
of did.
Solo,
Yeah,
They
he's-
brought him back
yeah.
first, but that was because of the cartoons.
but in saying that, they are
If Solo
somewhat
2
trying
gets
to get
made.
Solo 2 to come through, and that'll be more towards him.
Yeah,
they
but
definitely
I don't think
started
Solo 2
something with that, because that's some side story you can't just ignore.
No,
The problem
they've
is-
got to finish it.
The problem was Solo had so much backlash because of The Last Jedi.
Yeah, and
everyone-
it wasn't.
Solo wasn't actually a bad movie. Like, I went into it thinking it was going to be shit, and it was okay. Like, it's hard to replace Harrison Ford.
It's
But-
still a bad movie.
I didn't actually think it was. I,
think
thought
we
it was
had this-
okay.
I think we had.
I
this
thought it was
discussion
okay.
last week.
I thought it was okay.
Oh yeah, we did, because
But-
I said that I would have pretended that old Harrison Ford was a young Harrison Ford.
Yeah, we'll talk about Indy, but
that's
then
true.
it just game over. I don't know, but yeah, I don't think it will happen because is it Kathleen Kennedy? Is that her name?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's come out and said we're not going to do any more like side movies for a while because Solo pretty much just flopped, and that was just a direct
Which
cause
is
of everyone
stupid.
hating Last Jedi.
which is absolutely stupid because there was a lot of like canon stuff that should have old canon that should have been in that movie that wasn't.
Yeah,
That pissed a lot of people off as well.
You know what would sell? You know,
Obi-Wan movie straight away.
100%. Ewan McGregor, let's go.
Either that or
Oh, hello there.
a Boba Fett.
See,
They're
Boba
doing
Fett's
their
a nut-
Mandalorian TV series, though. So that's
Yeah,
going to cover that sort
But
of thing.
I want to know what happened to Boba after the Sarlacc pit. He got out of there.
I mean,
if that's still considered canon.
yeah, if it's still
Yeah.
canon. Because I'm not sure what is canon and what isn't canon these days.
No, because Disney just come in and they took away like 30 odd books and just said nah.
30.
Try
Oh.
300.
That's just yeah.
And that's not including like graphic novels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, while we're sort of going off on a little tangent there, bring it back to the actual Fallen Order gameplay. What you're saying before about it looking linear and stuff. On a personal note, I actually feel like that's another thing that's kind of missing. Like, I feel like too many games these days. Like, I predominantly play open world games because I love that shit. But
Yeah.
I feel like some linear games are needed, and when you do have a linear game, there's more focus on the story because you don't have to populate this massive open world with sort of side stories and fetch quests
Yeah,
and that sort of shit.
100% believe that. I don't believe Star Wars needs to be open world.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm very happy with a go from here, go to there sort of thing. And like the traversal, it kind of looked Uncharted like the way he was climbing around the place, throwing in some wall running in there, and Respawn are obsessed with wall running.
Titanfall, yeah.
Yep. Some of the
bullshit.
yeah, some of the combat was a lot of people are throwing Souls comparisons in there. I'm a big Dark Souls fan, as you know. I see a little tiny bit.
I'm saying closer to New God of War.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like just that every game now that has that sort of targeting mechanic is now being referred to as a Souls-like, and that's
Did
not
we
even.
lose Aaron? Oh, no, there he is.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Yep, my bad. So I was saying, I feel like every game that has that sort of Z targeting sort of mechanic is being referred to as a Souls-like, and
Yeah.
I don't think that one particular mechanic. I mean, Zelda Ocarina of Time invented that mechanic.
Yeah.
Like
They're
back
pretty
in that
much,
day.
people say if you have to block now, it's Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Some games you just need to block.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think just having a lock-on system and being able to roll around just doesn't make it anything like Dark Souls. I feel like this is nothing even remotely similar to that. But the linearity is something I can get behind. I really like that.
Like you said before, linear to me suggests concentration on story and gameplay. Because as good as open world games are, because you can explore, I feel like you lose a bit, because you can go off and do whatever the fuck you want for 2 hours, and then you come back to the story and you're like, I don't even remember what the story was at this point. Whereas in linear, it's just kind of
I did that with
on.
I did that with games like Skyrim and that. And I literally came back to that story like 80, 90 hours later, and I was like, wait, what the fuck is happening? And they're like,
it's like
remember
that
how you did this? Go kill this guy. I'm like, who the fuck is that guy?
It's like the Gandalf meme. I have no memory of this place.
Yeah, pretty much. So, it definitely looks Uncharted-y, like going up and down. There were some really cool kills, like dragging stormtroopers and then just, stabbing them. But one of the cool ones was using that... Say what you like about the new series, but when Kylo Ren stops that laser bolt in the midair, that was the coolest fucking thing I've seen in a Star Wars movie, or one of.
Even the sound of it sounded pretty cool, like how it just held there.
Yeah,
for ages.
And this guy.
Then he used the.
Yeah. So and then this guy shoots the bolt, stops it, then drags a stormtrooper in front of the bolt and lets the bolt kill him.
Yeah, that was one of the very last things they showed. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was great as well. And I'm getting an Uncharted cross Force Unleashed sort of vibe here. And I feel like a lot of people forgot about the Force Unleashed.
I loved number 2. That part at the end of number 2 when you're like bringing down the destroyer.
Yeah.
Epic.
So
that was just such an epic scene.
So we might not get number 3, but I feel like this is as close to number 3 as we're going to get.
Yeah, I don't think 3 will ever happen, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's considered canon now.
It's not canon now.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I mean, it was EA, wasn't it, still?
I think they were the publisher.
I can't remember.
I believe they were, but they didn't have exclusive rights to the publishing back then because
it was EA and LucasArts, yeah.
Yeah, so at least this sort of things happen because EA had the rights for 10 years and they've currently had it for 6, I believe it was. And I know that there was a lot of rumors, so it's in their contracts that Disney can pull it back from them anytime they want if they don't consider EA performing up to standard. So,
which is what happened after Battlefront 2.
Yes, and when all those rumors started flying around that Disney were going to actually pull the license, and they were further fueled by Disney actually having a meeting with top execs from EA. And then as soon as that meeting was over, they came out on Twitter and they're like, "Oh, we're very happy with our partnerships, blah blah blah." And what I think really happened was they decided to stay with EA, so they're not going to trash them online or to the fans or anything. But I feel like what really happened is somebody, Andrew House or whatever his name is, I think that's his name, walks straight into that office And Disney said, right, cunt, sit the fuck down. And he's like, all right. And they're
Yeah.
like, sort it out. Fucking sort it out. And then ripped him a new one. Because very soon after that, they're like, oh, yeah, we got a single-player game on the way.
Well, yeah, it was kind of announced at the last, like the Respawn dude was just sitting in the front row, and they're like, oh, by the way, here he is. And he's like, oh, yeah, we're doing Star Wars.
Yeah, it happened way too convenient. Way too conveniently. Yeah. Anyway, so moving along, they also brought up new characters in Apex Legends?
Just one.
It's just one.
Okay, just
Some
one.
Frenchie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I've only put about 20 hours into that game. I'm not entirely sure too much. I enjoyed it, but it's not overly my thing.
They've added like a new elite mode, and that where you can unlock some challenges and get battle tier stuff, but it's still got a long way to go from its initial release where everyone jumped on board. I think we talked about last week, they took a lot of people away from Fortnite.
But then they went back.
Because
Yeah,
Fortnite,
yeah.
whether you like Epic and Fortnite or not, they're good at what they do, and they look after that game. They update it every week. There's an update. They bring in new weapons. They listen to the community. They change whatever's not good in it. They're always changing the map. Whereas in some games, they're you're still running the same map.
They
Not
also
fixing glitches.
they also have a very well-established franchise at this point, which is going to be incredibly difficult to compete with. And
Yeah.
the fact that they've got so many seasons worth of content that you can, still play around with, or it's changing every couple of months. With EA pumping all their money into Anthem and not into Apex, they weren't expecting a hit, so they obviously had no roadmap planned for it. So when it took off, it was like, oh shit. And I think that because they weren't prepared for that, that's why all the other players just bounced, because once they got over that honeymoon period, they were like, all right, it's the same shit. But meanwhile, during that honeymoon period, when they were all playing it, the next season of Fortnite had started, so they had a reason to go back to what they already knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's probably like I'm not a massive fan of Apex. I stopped playing shortly after I downloaded it. I just didn't find it worth playing.
Yep.
So pretty much the only time I ever play Apex is when I finished, doing the battle pass and all that other kind of shit in Fortnite.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't touch it because it's just, I don't know, it's just boring. It's empty. There's nothing to do at all.
Well, they're buffing the Mozambique apparently and making it usable. That kind of destroys the meme, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm such a troll whenever I play that game with randoms. I just always ping
Just
the
ping it?
Mozambique.
Yeah.
I feel like
Everyone I
does it.
find, I just ping, ping, ping.
Did you
Some
see?
guy unmuted me. Just shut the fuck up. My bad.
Oh, there's that guy on YouTube. I can't remember who it was, but he's like, "This is how you play Apex Legends. Always ping the Mozambique."
Always.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't even
I know
remember
you're
who it is.
talking
I
about,
know
yeah.
I subscribed to him, but I can't remember his name. But yeah,
It sounds something like Dr. Disrespect would say.
maybe.
Speaking of, he got his bloody Twitch banned.
Did he?
Yeah,
Did
I've
he?
just seen that. Yeah, for streaming
Yeah.
in the bathroom
Oh, that guy.
at
Okay.
E3. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
had his E3 badge taken away from him. That's
'Cause he was in a
official, and he's had
bathroom.
Yep, when he was
So,
recording.
so who's this guy?
And
I
now-
haven't actually heard of him.
Dr. Disrespect is just streamer.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's pretty much
he's
just
straight.
it's not. He plays a character. He wears a mullet, has a big
Okay. he's on
Burt
it.
Reynolds
that.
mode,
Yep.
glasses, and he's
he's
just
still a
really
sergeant.
over the top and just acts like a drill sergeant kind of thing.
Oh, actually, I think I have seen him before. Something
Yeah.
else. Just,
Yeah,
He was
Yeah,
originally
he was-
PUBG, but he's kind of branched out recently.
You
Yeah.
probably would
Okay.
have seen him when he had his house shot up.
Wait,
Someone drove
what?
past his house and shot up his house.
Who the fuck
Was
does
that
this?
real? Was that real?
Yeah, 100%. He was on stream when it happened.
Really?
It's
I
America.
saw the video. I don't watch him. I don't like Doctor Spec. I'm not a fan.
I
of
don't
him.
watch him, but I saw it and I'm like, fuck off. That's
Yeah.
not real.
I saw the video and the way he reacted. I swear I would have reacted so much differently.
Who
Like,
does this
'cause he-
shit to a streamer?
You never
I don't
know though.
know.
Like they do swatting and all that shit in America.
Yeah, people are fucking crazy. And trolls
Yeah.
on the fucking internet don't realize that they're actually fucking potentially killing some people, and fucking, the internet gives them
Yeah.
that anonymous sort of fucking. That's a different discussion entirely. Don't swat people, you flogs.
Well, just in general, you can
Exactly.
see the way people act on the internet in like
Yeah.
forums and comments because they feel like, how can you find me? Like anonymity. That's not the word. It is the word,
It
but I
is the
can't
word.
say it.
Anonymously.
You know, I said
Nah.
anonymous before because I didn't want to try and say the word myself.
It is. I know what anonymously is. It was anonymity. Is that it?
And
It's close.
anonymity.
You
Oh,
can't get me to
fuck.
say the word in general because I'll just fuck it up. I'll just butcher
You
it.
sound like fucking. You sound like Nemo in Finding Nemo. He's like, anemone.
Jaden's removed from mod.
Oh,
Yeah, so we got the Sims 4 expansion. I don't play The Sims. Anyone play The Sims?
no.
Yeah, I
don't even
played
know.
every now and then,
Oh yeah.
but not on PC. I played on on Xbox One.
I tried to play Sims 3 on PS4 or the PS3, I think it was, and I'm just like, nope, can't do it. Need a mouse.
I got every achievement on Xbox 360 for Sims 3.
Oh, there you go. Well,
Just
I think
that's how
the
bored I
Islands
got.
Living expansion is coming out, featuring mermaids and beachwear. So have fun.
I think the last one I played was like the Playboy one on original Xbox.
Yeah, you know what cracks me up about the Sims?
For obvious reasons.
Yeah. Oh man, Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
You could just make them bang wherever. I'm like, there's a lounge, there's a pool.
I remember. Yeah. So what's funny about the Sims games is like you'll occasionally see them for sale on like eBay or fucking Gumtree or wherever it is, but it's like, oh yeah, the Sims 3 and like 25 expansion packs, $20. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you spent hundreds on that.
You spend lots and lots.
Yeah,
Because they
just-
bring out like expansion after expansion after expansion.
Yeah, it's so hard to actually work out. Like, I wouldn't even know where to begin with that game, honestly.
Well, Sims 3 was like fairly big. I know there was a lot of expansions for Sims 3.
Yeah, I played a lot of Sims 2 back in the day, but I didn't, really go any further than trying to play on console, and I was just like, nah, I can't do it. Battlefield 5's getting some more maps.
Meh.
Cool, I guess. I mean, Battlefield 5 is that's a massive flop, hey? Like-
Huge. Because the problem is you get all these type of games for free now. Like Apex, for example.
Yeah.
They're not the same, but it's not really different, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
actually,
something that's
you're
kind
right.
of the same.
Yeah.
You're right, because, like, I think Black Ops 4 was a bit of a flop as well.
Well,
And
for example,
that was
Adam.
a paid Battle Royale
Yeah.
when you can
Yeah.
get free Battle Royales.
Don't get me wrong, it looks pretty.
Oh,
and
yeah, it
the
does.
it looks amazing. Like, shit's all over Apex graphically, but there's not much really past the look of it.
Yeah, and I guess...
It's still a Call of Duty game.
that was the only game mode too, wasn't there? Was there zombies in that?
Nah,
No,
they
you
did
got-
have
you got
like your normal
multiplayer
death
zombies as well.
matches and shit, yeah.
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 It's
I don't
just
think it
like
had a...
campaign.
Did it have a story, Black Ops?
Nah.
No, there's no campaign. It's just blackout, zombies and multiplayer, just standard multiplayer.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
they've obviously changed that because the next Call of Duty coming out is like heavily
Yeah.
story-based, apparently.
Yeah.
The Modern Warfare remake, whatever they're calling it.
The reboot or whatever.
Meh.
Yeah. Well, there's not much.
I feel
more
like that's enough of EA. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much more from EA apart from Madden, but Madden's Madden. Anyone play Madden?
Doesn't really sell as much out here. Nah. I mean, there'd be people that play it still, but
Yeah.
compared to like FIFA, it doesn't sell the numbers.
Yeah.
FIFA's like top 10 all year round in Australia somehow.
Oh, well, you ready to get excited for some games now? This was a bit of a shock to me that I'm actually interested in this, but Watch Dogs Legion lets you play as anybody, including a
Hey.
granny.
It looks so good. Like I knew it was coming because
Oh, we
it
all
was leaked
knew.
It got
beforehand.
leaked.
But I didn't expect them to show that much gameplay
Yeah, I didn't either. And what I thought, like,
and good gameplay. Like it was smooth. That combat was
And
just
you could
free
tell it was
flowing.
actually gameplay and not just like,
yeah.
here's some footage of like a cutscene, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got some positives and I've got some negatives for it. So some of the positives are like, so when one person died or whatever, it wasn't just ignored. Like, they spoke about that character, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, he's died, so you're up." But even when, you know, when they were playing as a female or whatever, and she's rescued old mate, he's like, "What happens to the guy who helps me out?" "Oh, no, he's dead." Like, they actually referenced that as an event. They didn't just pay it off.
These, like, referring to that, I feel like that's where there might be a little bit of confusion, because they said you can control anyone in the game.
Yep.
And you probably can, but when it comes to the story, I think you're going to have your specific characters. Because there's no way to update the story, and the amount of people that would be in their game that would have their own coding and, like, personality, I just don't think it's possible.
Well, I think it might be just because, like, when they said, "Okay, we're looking for a drone expert," I feel like there'll be, and, you know, they went for that guy who had the drone expert skills. I feel like they'll, like, if you were to ignore that one and keep walking around the city, you'll find someone doing the exact same event with the exact same stats, and it just means his character model will be used for that same story.
Possibly.
And it said that when you go to select other people to use, you will then get to play their backstory. And I feel like if you're gonna, like I was saying this before the podcast started, if you're gonna choose, say, a middle-aged male, there's going to be 10 backstories that are, one of them's randomly going to be chosen for that particular.
Yeah.
And
let's be honest, there's all going to be a gang of granny hackers anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And I feel like the backstories will be unique if you choose unique people, but if you're going to have a whole bunch of just, you know, 25-year-old dudes, you're going to go through their backstories real quick, and then, or that's when the dialogue's going to be recycled, that's when the backstory is going to be recycled, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But there's no real way to avoid that, so I can't really fault them too much for it. To just your regular casual gamer, that'll be fine. But to people who understand game mechanics, how they're built, like we sort of have a bit of a knowledge on, that's sort of maybe something that will be a little bit grating for us when we come to experience that ourselves. Well, that's just my take on it anyway. But a positive I had was like the old woman or whatever.
Yeah.
She played as an old woman. She struggled to get over the wall. Like when she was whacking people, she was whacking him and then got him with the stun gun. Like, whereas when you're playing with as the young woman, she was kicking the crap out of people. So like, they actually took that into it. Like, I thought that was fucking hilarious. Like, just this old bird just crawling over this.
But even the way she was talking as well, like she was dropping the F-bombs and all that. It seems like they've put a bit more character into this one.
Yeah, I really thought that was fantastic. And like, I actually didn't expect the first guy to be killed, because like when he's just a casual, you know, British dude, all right, we're gonna fuck this guy up, and then all of a sudden he was dead. I was like, wait, what? I thought he was our main character. And then they're like, no, everyone's the main character. And I was like, what the fuck? Can they actually pull this off? Like,
the start of it gave me a real getaway feel.
I'm going to have to play 2 now. I had no intention on returning to this series, but now I have every intention on returning to this series.
I don't feel like the Watch Dogs series aren't linked, are they? Aren't they just random hackers over the world?
I think the whole DedSec thing is continued on, but like, I don't think...
DedSec,
Does 2 have any link to 1?
You get mentioned of a hacker, and Toby from the first one, the guy with the dreads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes back for number 2 as well.
Okay, so they're linked, but they're not...
It's after the events of 1. You're a whole new person.
I don't ever remember what happened.
And they always mention back to a different hacker.
Referencing...
Which is Adrian, who's the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't even remember
I don't remember the ending for 1. I finished it. I don't remember the ending for it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. Yeah, I wasn't.
It's been that long. Yeah.
Yeah.
The main thing I remember about that is your secret base was in like containers.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Under the bridge.
That's all I really remember.
Yeah.
It's been that long.
Yeah. So after that bit of excitement, we got well, this isn't my sort of game, but we got another Ghost Recon, another one. This time we got John Bernthal, and he's like, "Hey guys,
love John Bernthal."
He's like, "I get to play tough men." I'm like, "Yeah, you do."
Yeah.
I feel like that he is now. I mean, it was because he was perfect casting as the Punisher. Because I'd watched him in Walking Dead. So when he got announced as Punisher, I lost my shit. I was really excited about it,
Yeah.
and he really pulled it off. But I feel like because of that role that he played, he is going to be typecast so fucking much
Typecasted it.
as the tough
Yeah.
military guy. And now they've whacked him in the game as it, and I feel like every time anyone approaches him from now on, it's going to be like, hey man, will you be a Special Forces soldier for us? Oh yeah, bro, no worries. Fuck.
You know what he was really good in? Wolf of Wall Street.
Wait, he was in that?
Oh,
Yeah, he
yeah.
was.
He was, yeah. He
He's
was
the
like
one that goes to jail for Johnny Hill's character.
the drugs. I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
He takes the blame for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have to go.
But then he eventually gets out, and I'm pretty sure he has like a heart attack on the boat from too much coke.
Sounds about right.
Fuck,
You
that was a good
you
movie.
can just tell. You can just always tell who he is because he's fucking
Yeah.
earlobes. That's it. You just
And his
you
nose
see
is a
his
stronger.
ears. Yeah,
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to rewatch that movie again. You know,
I love him though. He's such a good actor. Like
Yeah.
even in
Yeah,
Walking
yeah.
Dead, I would have much preferred if he stayed over Rick.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
So, yeah. I was gonna say just Walking Dead died for me. Just after he died because he brought like so much to I think it was season 3 where he
Nah,
was
he
the
left by
Nah,
the two.
he was done in
Was
season
it?
He was
2.
dead
man.
in 2.
Two.
Oh,
He,
2.
if you go off the graphic novels, he should have died season 1,
Yeah, right.
but
Oh
they
no, I haven't read.
but they
that.
kept
No,
him
this
to the
is
end of
right.
2. Yeah.
Yeah,
He-
he just brought so much to it, and that's when I was like peak enjoying it. But then once
He's
they
a good
killed him off,
actor.
I was like, yeah, it was just it was just
he's really
boring.
good at what he does. Yeah, but
He's made a name for himself now. No, he's that kind of new like Keanu Reeves has that kind of
You know
everyone
what?
loves him.
He's. There's no action heroes anymore. Now
Well,
we have him, and even though Keanu Reeves is old as shit, we now have Keanu Reeves now becoming famous. I mean, he was already famous, obviously, but for us, he's the Matrix.
He's having a
Point Break.
rebirth,
He's-
though.
Yeah, but yeah,
That's the word I'm looking for.
He's Johnny
rebirth.
Utah. He's Johnny Utah. He's Ted Theodore Logan.
Yeah, 100%.
Now he's like, I kick the shit out of people and break necks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and because of how crazy John Wick was, and he's having this huge rebirth. Now people like the younger crowd who weren't around for the Matrix or
Yeah,
that sort of
They're
thing.
going to
that
realize
we
who he
saw
is,
him.
and they're going to go back and watch.
Well, a
the
lot of
movie.
people
yeah.
wouldn't know who Bill and Ted are.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think that he'll be seen for Bill and Ted. I think John Wick is now
No.
what he's going to be seen for, and he's
Yeah.
going to become in today's action hero. I guess he's now Arnie of our time.
Yeah, he's pushing his age though. He'd be
Oh
50.
yeah, he is. He's 54.
54.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Keanu. He's such a humble dude. Like,
yeah,
because I've always liked Keanu, so I know a bit of his backstory. Like, he's had a really rough life, that kid.
Oh, fucking oath he
Dude,
has, yeah.
man.
A lot of bad
Like,
shit.
his wife died and she was pregnant. He's just so
Yeah.
humble. Like, even on, like, after, was it The Matrix or something? He
yeah,
donated,
it was
like,
the Matrix.
50% of his paycheck to the, like, people that made the sets. Just because he said, I don't need it. Like, I'll just die with it
Yeah.
otherwise.
Yeah, and he's,
Yeah, just
he's
like,
been donating money to charities and stuff, like not
Yeah.
using his name so no one knows about it. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's, like,
taking-
footage of him on, like, trains and buses, just, like, giving seats to people, chilling with homeless people, having
yeah,
lunch.
just being a
with them,
good
shit.
dude, just in general. And like, there's no cameras around. He isn't filming himself. He's just out and about, just doing his thing.
Yeah,
Just
I don't think he
I
likes
think-
being famous at all.
no.
I think he just really enjoys his craft, and then
He just didn't
'Cause he actually looks-
acting and being himself.
Yeah.
and then
a lot of people criticized him for Cyberpunk. They said he looked out of his element. I'm like, the dude has obviously got like social anxiety. It's
looks-
quite clear. Like, he doesn't do
Oh, you mean on
interviews
stage?
ever, really. Yeah. People were criticizing, saying he looked out of his element presenting it.
How many people
like,
can
he-
get up on stage themselves and fucking present
In
something
front of
like
that
that
many people.
themselves?
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
He's got social anxiety. Like, he never does interviews with anyone. Like, I think he did Ellen not long ago, and she's like, I've been trying to get you on this show for like years.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, sorry, I just don't like doing it. Like, he was just honest. He goes, nah.
No, that's fair enough. He likes to do his movies and then he likes to be left alone.
Yeah.
So the unfortunate thing is, I saw a comment or something on Facebook and it's just like Keanu Reeves is like depression personified, and I'm just like, oh, it's so rough.
Yeah.
But it like on the surface, it looks true. But
Yeah, he doesn't look
I
like
don't
he's
know
a
him.
happy man sometimes.
I don't know him. I don't know his story. Just a thing.
Well, yeah, everything that's happened to him, I guess.
Anyway, we will get to
Well,
Keanu. We're going to move on from Ghost Recon, but I do want to point out that the Terminator franchise is... I don't know. They put a Terminator in it.
Well, it's popped up twice.
Then
This
they're also
E3.
putting a Terminator in Gears.
Gears 5, yeah.
Why do they do these things?
Because they want to like modernize all these movies and make them big in the game.
Terminator has been so bad for years, and the new one
Has Ghost Recon had a Terminator event though?
No, I don't think so. They had a Predator event.
Predator, yeah.
Yeah, that was. I'm not gonna lie. I watched some gameplay of that. That was pretty cool. Not enough.
Anything
to get me
with
to buy the
Predator,
game,
I'll have a
but-
look at it.
Oh yeah, Predators. Predator's fantastic,
Well, they've got-
except for when it's not, which is the majority of the time.
I can't even remember the last good. You know what? I like Predators,
Did you though?
but yeah, I did.
Okay,
It's like a guilty pleasure. It's a guilty pleasure. Like it's one of those ones where the story wasn't great. Wait, Predators. That's the one that had.
That's the one that was like on the planet, and like they had this samurai guy going like toe to toe with a predator. And
Yeah,
I was like,
Yakuza. The
"No,
only thing I didn't
no."
like about it was, Adrian Brody was the
that
main
was-
character.
That was
And I'm
bad
like-
casting.
I didn't like that because he was the pianist, and then in the original Predator, Arnie struggles the whole movie against the Predator, and he finally kills him, but not for Adrian Brody. Piece of cake killing a Predator.
Yeah, fucking oath. It was just like anybody that went up against one was
Yeah.
just like, yep, we're just going to town on the Predators, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, the apex killing machine in the galaxy is just fucking dying to some Yakuza dude and Adrian Brody. No worries.
Yeah,
And then they're like, we rescued this Predator. He's our friends now.
yeah.
Fuck
Well,
off.
they always do that in Predator now. There's a friendly one.
Yeah, they did that in what, Aliens vs Predator as well.
Well, they did that in AVP, the first one,
Yeah.
and then they did it in the new one.
Oh fuck! What was the new one? I don't even think I watched it.
I think that was just called Predator.
Oh
I haven't watched it
yeah,
yet,
I
though.
did watch it. It was so bad. Oh, it
They
was so
had-
bad.
Really?
They're like, "Oi, we've got predators running around, but guess what? There's an even
There's
bigger,
bigger
predator,
predators. Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
hunting
I remember-
the other predators." Like, what the fuck, man?
It was like a
I think
robot
the
chicken
whole
skin.
Alien and Predator thing is just like getting too out of hand.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even Michael Fassbender isn't saving the Alien franchise at the moment, and I'll watch anything with that
Well,
guy in it.
Last quick thing about movies. That apparently Disney have had an interview with Ridley Scott, and they're letting him finish off whatever's next for Covenant.
They retconned
was a
the
piece of
hell
shit.
out of bloody Prometheus in the beginning of. They're like, oh, we're gonna go to the home planet, and we're gonna, these things that were before us, that I'm gonna go and fuck with them. And then they're like, oh yeah, by the
It was
way,
just bad.
everyone's dead, and now I'm dead, and yep, forget that movie happened, and beautiful,
It was just
Fassbender,
bad.
let's go.
Yep.
Like, you can't.
You know
what? Are you
what?
doing?
I liked Prometheus. A lot of people hated Prometheus, but I didn't mind it because you got to see the Juggernauts, and because the Juggernauts obviously have existed. But I didn't enjoy Covenant at all. It's just kind of.
Well, when they
was,
retcon
to
an
me,
entire movie in the first 2 minutes, yeah.
It's just like Ridley Scott was just so into himself. Like, I'll just do whatever the fuck I want.
It felt
kind
like
of
a
thing.
pilot episode of a TV show to me. Like, I feel like nothing.
and the
actually
graphics weren't
happens. No, they weren't.
The
But
CGI was
nothing
horrible.
happened. Nothing happened in the whole movie. Like, what actually happens? Like, they landed on the
Michael
planet and what?
Fassbender. Michael Fassbender fingered his counterpart's flute.
Yeah,
That was about it.
I wasn't sure.
Which
if
was
I
a very
turned
awkward
on or
scene.
not.
Yeah, I'm like, am I supposed to be
I
getting
love
aroused here?
Fassbender,
Or
man. Like, I want him to be Bond so desperately.
he would, yeah, he'd kill it.
Right,
But
I
just
didn't
loved
get.
him as in Assassin's Creed. Honestly,
I didn't hate that movie.
it was
haven't
amazing.
watched
I
it.
loved it.
I thought it was a good movie, and I thought the I mean, I didn't think it was fantastic, but like, I thought it was good, and I thought he kicked ass. But I'm very Fassbender biased, and I thought the back in time sort of scenes were pretty good. The leap of faith was crazy. That guy actually jumped fucking 70 feet or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they got it in one take. They're like, all right, can you just jump off the thing? It's like, yeah, no worries, and then just jumps off the thing, and it's like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I haven't watched it yet, so
Just
Yeah,
I
neither
think
have I.
I think it's on Netflix at the moment.
yeah, it was.
I've got
it
it
was a bit
down.
fun.
I've had it downloaded since it come out. It's just I don't know. I've never even
Watch it.
played an Assassin's Creed game properly.
Okay,
Just watch
so
I think
you're going
yeah.
in
I played-
non-biased then, so
I played the original, like when it first came out on 360.
yeah.
Yeah, don't
But
take
since
that up
then-
against the movie.
Well, the
honestly. That
movie-
was
Oh, no.
competitive.
The movie has the older games feel. It doesn't have the new whatever the fuck they're doing these days feel to it. They don't even know what they're doing these days. They're like, you know what? Remember how we did historical accuracy? Fuck that. You're going to Atlantis now. You're
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
hell.
okay, yeah.
Like, you're going to fight Cerberus or whatever. Like, wait,
At least
what?
they're taking a year off this time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
and if
thank
they
God.
continue this fantasy side of things and just ditch the fucking narrative like of the bullshit and just make it fantasy sort of stuff which they're edging into, that sort of stuff works and it's very well received by fans. Like the DLC for Origins had like mummies and shit in it, and people were like, "Fuck yeah!" And now in Odyssey, you're going to Atlantis and also going into hell. Like you're going to go and fight gods in hell. Like,
yeah, it
okay.
was different.
yeah.
People love Odyssey though.
Yeah, I've played a couple of hours of it. It feels okay, but people are really digging it. So I'm feeling like I'm gonna have to put a little bit of time into it. But the thing that holds me back is one, it's Ubisoft, and two, it's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So
I think the last Assassin's Creed I played was like 3, and that was it. I was done.
that was terrible.
I just
Don't even fucking
I just
acknowledge
couldn't-
that as a game.
Black Flag
yeah, I
was
know.
good though.
I just
Nah.
Black
Because
Flag
it
was
was
just good
pirates.
because of the sea shanties. Yeah,
Yeah, well, Black Flag
That
was
was
good
it.
because they're like, hey, remember the assassin thing? Yeah, that's a side story. Yo, you're a pirate. Go kill people and take their money. And even like in the game, assassins kept rocking up like, hey man, want to join the Brotherhood? And he's like, fuck off, I want money.
yeah.
Where my coins at? Like that just kept happening. And then like the only times he cooperated was like, hey, there's something in it for you. And he's like, yeah, what? Y'all got treasure? It's like, yeah, we got treasure. So like, yeah, and because that was so successful, they started bringing the piratey sort of stuff into more games, and then they're like, fuck it, we're making a game called Skull and Bones, which they didn't show. Bringing it back.
Well,
to
they did
E3.
say before the conference. Yeah, they're like, we're not going to show it.
Yeah. Well, they do have another couple of things. The Division 2.
Getting quite a bit of DLC.
There's a lot of DLC coming, I think, and there's a movie coming with Jake
Netflix.
Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that's an interesting move.
That's definitely
Well-
an interesting move.
It's another Ubisoft movie with Gyllenhaal because not Assassin's Creed. He was Prince of Persia.
Yeah, that's true.
I love.
I
Prince of
always
Persia.
forget about the Prince of Persia movie, and I actually really enjoyed it.
I did. Yeah, I thought it was
You'd
a
be
lot
what-
better than what I thought it would be.
You're probably like the minority. I think that's why it's probably like forgotten about.
I need to go back
I
and
didn't
watch it
mind
again.
it.
It wasn't very well received.
No, it wasn't. And I'm a big fan of the Sands of Time franchise, and it destroys me that Assassin's Creed exists.
I was hoping they'd bring it
because,
back.
You know, Prince of Persia was... It was originally called Prince of Persia Assassin, and then they
Yeah.
turned it into Assassin's Creed, which killed the Prince of Persia franchise entirely. So, I mean, I don't really blame them. That new cel-shaded
Not
reboot
entirely.
they do...
brought out that other. They brought out that other Prince of Persia game, didn't they? Where he had like retarded short hair and like.
Yeah,
had a
Yeah, that's
buddy
what I'm talking
held
about.
onto his back.
The cell shaded one. So that didn't sell well, and the thing about that was the end of the story was DLC. So they got to a certain point in the story,
Oh, was it?
and then they released the DLC for like $20 afterwards, and they're like, okay, it's got the final chapter, and this is how the story ends. And it's like, wait, what the fuck, man?
Why have I got to pay money to get the final ending of the game?
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? They did the same thing with Dead Space 3. The true ending was behind a paywall.
I never finished that, so I'm glad I didn't stick with it.
Yeah. So
I
yeah.
wouldn't object.
They
to
are
another
they are
Prince of
doing the
Persia
same
game.
thing with Kingdom Hearts
I wouldn't
3 though.
either.
They got announced before E3, where they're bringing out like the true final ending or hidden ending or whatever. That kind of annoys me a little bit too.
All right, we'll get to that in Square Enix's section, because there's a
All right.
whole thing on it, and I'll let you talk about it. We'll finish off Ubisoft a little bit. There's a game called Roller Champions. It's some Rocket League looking thing, but with roller derby.
I was going to say that's a competition for Rocket League, which I don't think it will do.
Nah, Rocket League is going to win that.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Quarantine. It's just COD Zombies, I guess.
See, that interests me, like, because it's not PvP, it's PvE.
Okay,
So-
when I saw the trailer, I was like, Dying Light? And then it wasn't Dying Light.
I like anything supernatural, so I kind of was digging the CGI. I mean, they haven't showed much, but the fact that they brought out a developer and she was, like, really hyping it up, it seems like it's going to be... I thought it might just be, like, a little DLC, but it seems it's going to be its own standalone.
Yeah, they did have it as a DLC at one point.
Well, that's what I was going to say. They mentioned that it was IGN, I think, in their pre-show or after-show, whatever, said it was like a very short, like, weekend span where they had it.
Okay.
So it was really fun though. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, right.
I enjoyed playing it.
I mean, it's good when they do that though, because they can get a feel for like what people want. And
Yeah.
if it is well received, we'll make a full game out of this. We know we'll sell it.
100%.
Yeah.
There's something else called Elite Squad. It's a mobile RPG crossover of some sort. Mobile games. E3 is not the place for mobile games, let's be honest.
No,
Yeah.
and I don't think we need MOBA games coming out at E3. Like, I don't get it.
You know that mobile
Yeah,
games are purely there to, hey, like, let's, like, because so this one's got like team ups of Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell, a couple people from Rainbow Six, etc., etc. You know that it's just like, hey, pump this out. You can play it real quick. Just pay us some money in microtransactions. Like, that's all mobile games are, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
What a rip-off. That's what everyone was hoping for a Splinter Cell, and that's where you get Sam Fisher.
Yeah.
Bloody in a mobile game. What a kick in the face.
But they even put Team Fortress 2 characters in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just depressing that they're going to go ahead and just keep bringing out all these stupid MOBA games. Like, it just... Why are you bringing that at E3? Why not just make a little ad, chuck it up on Facebook, and that's it?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
have like
exactly.
your own
Or
little
Twitter.
half-hour show, like State of Play for Sony and Treehouse for Nintendo. Just have your own little
Exactly.
20-minute thing, like this is everything that's come out of mobile.
How many?
Because nobody's going to go to an event and sit there for... Well, they did, but I'm sure they weren't happy about it.
No, but see, the thing is, we need more people reacting like what happened during Blizzard's one when they announced that Diablo thing for the phone, and that guy stood up and was like, "Is this a fucking joke? What the fuck?" And everyone was like, "You pissed off Blizzard fans. Don't piss Blizzard fans off. They're crazy.
Yeah.
They are crazy people." And they will fucking eat you alive. And that guy was not afraid to just get out and call it out. So if they did more of that at E3, we'd probably see a lot less of these announcements.
That announcement for Diablo fucking Eternal, whatever it was, that was last year, wasn't it?
I thought it was earlier this year.
Yeah, I think it was early this year.
It was only a couple of months ago, wasn't it? Or it might have been the end of
Gonna say,
last
but-
year.
Was last year, we're still waiting for that to come out.
Yeah, it might have been the end of last year. Because they cheeky announced another mobile game for another series. I can't remember what it was. Fuck, I can't even begin to remember what it was.
I don't know. All I know is just the meme came from it. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious.
Do not envy those dudes on the stage. Ubisoft's doing a Game Pass, as if we need more fucking Game Passes. I don't know about you guys, but I'm jack of this sort of shit. You know, you got your EA fucking Game Pass. You've now got Ubisoft. You got and it's $15 a month. And am I on an Australian website? Yes, I am. So $15 a month Australian. And they're like, oh, you'll get access to 100 plus games. And it's like, we already have things like Humble Bundle. We've got the Xbox Live Game Pass. We're already paying for Xbox Live. We're paying for PS4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just
We're paying
really,
for...
like-
Sorry?
Just coming off on the Game Pass situation.
Yep.
They've done so well because it's $10 a month for Game Pass, $10 a month for Xbox Live, and they've just gone, you know what? Let's give you half price on one of those if you get both of them at the same time.
See,
Yeah.
that I can
So,
dig because...
15 a month, you can get both of them. Plus, you still get your free games with Gold. Plus, here's Game Pass. Like, that was really fucking clever.
I thought that was too, and to be honest, I already have the Game Pass for my son because I find it easier because he has such a small attention span to certain games. I'll just download a new game for him every so often, and I'll use that on my PC as well. So that is something I'll get use out of. But like adding a Game Pass to fuck, where am I going with this? So all right, so for example, in my household, I've got Xbox Live. I'm running that for another for 2 kids, so that's 2 lots of Xbox Live there. I've got my PlayStation Plus. I've got my Misso's PlayStation Plus. On top of that, I've got a Netflix subscription. I've got a Spotify subscription. You know,
Stan.
I've got. Yes, I've just popped up with Stan,
Yeah, Stan.
and I forgot to cancel that. I only went the 30-day free trial, so I could watch something, can't remember what it was. So I meant to can that,
You
but
got
I've got that
Nintendo?
as well. Yeah, I've paid the yearly subscription for Nintendo as well, and like so. All right, so my particular situation, I'm living a little, you know, I'm spending a lot of money on subscription services as it is, and now all of a sudden, like Ubisoft are jumping in there with theirs, and it's like, oh fuck. I don't know where I'm going with this. To be completely honest, I don't know, just seeing another subscription.
But like,
service.
I can see what you mean. Like, when you pay all the subscriptions for Netflix and Stan, there's a lot of content there, but you're gonna watch it eventually. I'm not gonna play over 100 titles of Ubisoft.
No,
If I haven't done it now, I'm not gonna pay $15 a month for the UK. I'll wait till I have an urge to play that game, and I'll re-sign, and then I'll play that game for $15, and then I'll cancel.
Okay.
And then when I want to play another Ubisoft game, I'll do it again.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
so here's where I was going with this. Sorry. So let's say you want this on. Oh wait, sorry. It's a subscription service for PC. All right.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
PC
realize it
only.
was PC. I thought it was for consoles as well. So I was going to say on top of your console subscription, you got this, but I guess I was wrong. So my apologies. You know what? There is one good thing in this subscription though. So it says you get access to 100 plus games, including premium editions with all the DLC. So I don't think EA and that have that on their subscription service. I think you just gotta you get to play the game and that's it. At least this comes with the DLC. So I mean, a lot of games have a lot of fucking DLCs, and DLCs are very expensive. So
You know what I
guess it's not too
would
bad
like,
after all. Yeah, what's that?
like similar to the Game Pass on Xbox. It's the PS. I think it's like PlayStation Now, and it's over in America,
Yeah,
but they
but
don't
streaming.
have it here. I would want that.
I don't think that.
Like not so much, but kind of similar.
Yeah, I get
Because
what
I
you're
read that you
saying.
can download the games. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be good. If you could do that and download the games, no worries. But streaming it directly, I don't think Australia's infrastructure is going to keep up with it.
Yeah.
But-
Like I did read that they're now enabling you to download the games and then play them at a later time.
So like a
Which
Spotify
is-
offline sort of thing.
Yeah, and like a Netflix, what Netflix are doing as well.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see, like from PlayStation.
You know what? That is something I would do because PlayStation's exclusives and all that sort of stuff are quality. Like 99% of
Well,
the time.
PlayStation just need their own Game Pass, really. If they
Yeah,
had
do
it, I'd
have
sign up.
It's just an American thing only, though, because that internet's
Yeah.
so shit here.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Because it's not
Third
downloading
world,
the full
third
game,
world
it's
countries have
streaming
better
it.
internet than Australia.
I had
Yeah,
better
it's-
internet on
it's
my
sad.
phone in bloody Thailand.
It's bad.
Yeah. There's some TV show that Ubisoft are coming out with. Mythic Quest.
You know what? I'm stoked for that because I'm a huge fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Love that TV show.
I haven't
It
watched
is-
it.
Yeah, I
It's
still need to
so
watch it.
funny. It is the funniest shit. It was really low budget at the start, and you can tell.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, but man, it's like in its 14th season now.
Oh,
it's
shit.
just, it's so clever and it's funny. When he come out on stage, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing here? Because he's like one of the main things. But then it's going to be on Apple, whatever their streaming service is. But it's a piss take of like game developers, which I thought was cool. He come out and he's like, we love games, so we work with Ubisoft closely. But he's like a developer for some huge company, and his name is I Am Grim. And they're like, oh, you've got Spielberg and you've got James Cameron, but wouldn't you like to see more game developers? And then it goes to a shot of him with his shirt off, standing in the wind, big glistening beard, ripped as shit, just standing there. And then they go to like the office thing where all the nerds, and they're like, yes, we would like to see more of this. And it's just kind of like taking a piss out of game developers, which, considering all the people that came out on the stage after that looked exactly like him, it was just good to see that Ubisoft are happy to take the shit out of himself, which was good for them.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so the last thing was for... Oh, the last big thing was they announced Gods and Monsters from the creators of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which kind of looks like Breath of the Wild, to be completely honest.
It was
And
pretty much exactly Breath of the Wild / Kid Icarus.
which means that my whole, my personal vendetta against Ubisoft is coming to a slight end as I very begrudgingly go and buy myself Gods and Monsters.
It looks good.
It
Like,
does.
it
It looks
look-
very
Yeah,
nice.
it does.
Yeah.
It looks extremely nice, and it'll probably run a lot better than Breath of the Wild does too. Obviously, being PC and the newer the
More home
More powerful
consoles than
consoles,
portable
yeah.
console.
Gen, yeah.
yeah. We had a couple of minor announcements. There was the For Honor thing. It's a new character or something in it. I didn't even realize For Honor was still going. So there you go. Rainbow.
Oh, For Honor, it was like a little DLC where they go to Asia, and it's like a haunted town.
Yeah, you go up against someone called Sakura, a very unique Asian name.
Yeah, she killed a whole village or something, and now you got to kill her.
Rainbow Six Siege has a new update. Go crazy, Siege players. Just Dance.
You know,
Who the hell is buying Just Dance, and why is it coming on the original Nintendo
no
Wii?
way.
What the fuck is going on there?
Because you know what?
why not?
Just
It
Dance
must
was fucking
sell a
awesome.
lot still for them to do that.
It's got
That's what they
to.
do it.
It's got to. Like, but who's buying it? What were you saying? Was that Jaden who said it was good? Was that you saying Just Dance is good?
Like I bought it on the way. It was fucking awesome. It's just,
Oh, it's Jaden.
yeah, it
I
was.
thought it was Jamie.
What do you do? Just
No.
wave the nunchucks around, or
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like the PlayStation Move. It just tracks your movement, but you need the camera. Obviously, you get the
Yeah,
camera with
yeah.
it, but and it tracks you through that as well.
If you're a white boy and don't want to go to the clubs, you can do this at home.
That's exactly my life. That summed it up. That's it.
Every song is S Club 7.
oh, well, in that case, I'm gonna have to pre-order it.
Yeah. Give me 20.
It's like I had fun with it. I didn't. Yeah, I just reckon it was mad.
That's what he was doing before the podcast started.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
says Beat Saber. Beat Saber
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
cool.
Oh, there you go. If you're playing Beat Saber, you like your rhythm games and shit, I guess.
He was playing Just Dance and beating his Saber.
He hasn't played any of
Yeah.
the Persona series, only Persona Dancing.
Ouch.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So they've got one called was it Brawlhalla?
Brawlhalla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much just a Smash ripoff that's just free to play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with all those characters.
Yeah,
But,
Yeah.
they
it's got
Adventure Time now.
Yeah, Finn and
Fingers
Jake.
crossed it will be playable at the EA Play event.
Well, before they brought in
Is set shortly
Hellboy
after-
as well.
But is Adventure Time even still a thing, really? Like,
No,
I might
no,
be
no,
offending
oh,
No,
people.
well, the show's done.
There might
yeah, I
be
thought so.
some.
Yeah,
No.
it's finished. Yeah,
There might be some random footage which just starts playing over the top of us there. Like I didn't mute an ad accidentally, so it's my bad. Just
No,
in
it's
case
alright, I
anyone
can hear
asks later.
Yeah, no, I thought Adventure Time was done, so I was a bit surprised when they...
no, yeah, it is. It's completely finished. Like it's not airing anymore on Cartoon Network. Same with
Oh, it's
regular
over,
show.
okay.
If anybody still watches regular show, yeah, it's done. So for them to announce like Finn and Jake were going to be in the game, it's like, oh shit, that's a surprise.
Yeah, right.
But a welcome one because I love Adventure Time.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's kind of like the modern day SpongeBob.
SpongeBob's getting a prequel.
Yeah.
12 episode
Yeah, I
prequel.
know.
I'm like, who the fuck made that decision? Like, someone somewhere is like, you know what we need? We need young SpongeBob. Like, are we fucking? What the fuck? We're gonna
It's
see
really
this thing
interesting,
being
but I don't know how I
born.
feel about it at the same time.
I'll watch it. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh, I'll watch it.
to me, SpongeBob is pretty much 10 anyway. The way the character's
Yeah.
portrayed.
Yeah. Alright, so that was pretty much it for Ubisoft. We got Square. Square had some good stuff. To me this year, it was basically the Final Fantasy show as they announced 20 different variants and 20 different DLCs for it. But first up, we got what everyone's looking at is the Avengers.
It's still a bit too crowded and missed for me. They haven't really said what it is.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Underwhelmed by what I saw.
Me too.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Like they've said it's co-op, but you can do it singular. But
I'm good with
the
co-op.
way they said, yeah, 100%.
I'm
But
very
the
good
way
with
they
co-op.
keep saying over 4 years,
yeah.
the story will expand. It sounds to me it's going to be like Destiny.
They're like, everything's free though, and I'm like, is
Oh.
it really though?
It sounds like it's going to be like a Destiny kind of play as you go and level
I
up.
can't,
Yeah.
I can't trust
But-
anyone who gets up and says it's going to be free. Because I
Yeah.
just have
Not
Randy
anymore.
Pitchford standing in front of me going, hey, there's no microtransactions. And then,
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
Literally
I
the next
can't
day.
see how the like all these Avengers characters are huge. Like, oh, we'll just give you a free one every couple of months. No, you're not. We'll have to
Look,
do
what-
something to get.
It's sad when I look at the Avengers trailer that we got, and I'm like, okay, that looks okay. But I watched
CGI looked
20-minute
amazing, obviously.
Yeah, but then I got and watched like a 20-minute Treehouse presentation on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which is the exact same thing as the last two, just reskin new story, and I'm more excited for that than I am over a full Avengers game.
Yeah,
Like,
but
they
that's
need to
because
bring
you
more to
already
the
know.
table.
The thing is, you already know what you're getting from Marvel Alliance. You've played the other two, and
Yeah.
if you've enjoyed them, like, because they are fun games.
yeah.
They're pretty much just an old school beat 'em up. You just smash
Yeah.
the shit out of people, and you can play with your mates, which is always appealing. They needed for something that was announced at E3 2 years ago with just a symbol. It's borderline Metroid 4 at this point. Like, we had a badge, and then we've got a little bit more, but it's still
Oh,
not
we're,
enough.
we're further ahead than Metroid Prime 4, though. That
Fuck,
thing
I
Well,
actually forgot
considered
about that.
twice.
Holy shit.
Well,
I
for
forgot.
that only got reskinned this year, they're like, oh, we had to start all over, and they gave it to Rare. I'm pretty sure.
Just
Yeah,
a
they're
Rare's
very,
doing
doing the whole
Metroid
thing,
now.
and they're just like,
a very
I will
quick
start again.
a very quick jump back to when we mentioned Star Wars earlier on. Did anyone remember when he bought the map up? Because as soon as he
No.
bought the map up and I saw the overview of it, I was like, oh my god, that's directly from Metroid Prime.
No.
Well, if you get a chance to see it again, or well, whenever we buy
Yeah.
it, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, so with this one, so I'm good with the co-op sort of stuff. I think that's great. I can't wait to play, as Iron Man while my son plays as Captain America or something. That's great. But they're like, oh, this is completely unique. This is our Avengers, our one, and our story.
Well,
it's
it's
like,
not.
okay,
That's-
so
yeah.
why does it look like I saw a meme earlier on, which was, you've captured their stunt doubles.
Yeah.
Was it the one that I shared?
I think it
Yeah,
might have been,
but-
yeah.
That was the best.
And I was like, that is spot on. Like, that is
You've
100%.
captured Speed. Speed was the best.
They've
Yeah.
not even gone for like comic book. They've gone, okay, here's the movie. Oh, they look like this in the comics though, so let's kind of tweak it a little bit.
They've even
Yeah.
tried to make it sound like him.
The character models are bad.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Everyone
Black
like when it was
Widow and
announced, everyone was
Thor in
like,
particular, bad.
yeah.
Thor was really bad.
Decent as Hulk.
Thor was really bad. His beard
Thor-
wasn't even sitting on his face properly.
Thor looks like the dude from fucking Detroit Become Human, but worse.
It was
Oh.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was good that Nolan North is like Iron Man. That's cool.
Noah
Yeah.
North and
And
Troy
Troy
Baker
Ba-
are obviously
and
just
Troy Baker's Hulk. Yeah.
they're
Oh,
Noah North and
I
Troy
didn't even
Baker.
realize that.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah, neither did
realize.
I.
and I think that because some of the voice acting is a little bit iffy, so when they played, the majority of the scenes were between Hulk and there was that extended scene between Hulk and Iron Man, which was them
Yeah.
two yelling at each other. I was like, well, Troy Baker and Noah North, obviously they have their YouTube retro replay
Yeah.
thing together. Like those two are like best bros, so it doesn't really surprise me that they're going to focus a lot on the interaction between those two.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Nolan North has been there, done that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he's had a lot of the top of the games.
Yeah,
I mean, he did
absolutely.
Deadpool and everything as well.
He's been in it
For
for a
the
long time.
Marvel vs. Capcoms, he's done Deadpool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was that Prince of Persia that we were talking about, that cell shaded one.
You know,
was
what?
it?
he,
He voiced
he
that one
probably
too, yeah.
he probably was. It
Yeah.
really wouldn't surprise me.
Have you ever played the game? It was on Xbox 360, Spec Ops: The Line.
Yes,
That's got an
I
excellent
love that.
story.
It was on PS3 as well.
Excellent
Yeah.
game. Yeah, well, that
was
was
so
Nolan
good.
North. That was Nolan North.
Yeah,
Oh,
That
I
game
picked
was
it up straight
amazing.
away.
no one's done
Not many
everything.
people know about it, but that game was. The ending was such like a.
Even
Kind of.
Have you guys checked out their YouTube channel, their Retro Replay?
Yeah.
So they're doing a Let's Play of Uncharted 1 at the moment, and Nolan's just like, I don't remember this, I don't remember saying that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I remember this part though. And he's like, where the fuck do I go? What do I do? Because he's like, hasn't played them. And Troy Baker's just fangirl and going, oh my God, go there, go there, go there. Hey, say the
Yeah.
thing, say the thing. Like, yeah, I think that's great. It's
Because
yeah.
Troy Baker is Joel, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
And he
He
also
also
Sam
plays
Drake.
his brother
Yeah, in Uncharted 4.
in Uncharted 4.
So with this, I thought the gameplay itself was flashy and that sort of thing, but
It was the snippets.
it's really something about just them saying, "Hey, we're doing our own thing," while they directly try and get as you know what this looks like. It looks like a movie tie-in where they didn't get the rights to the character appearances.
Exactly what it looks like. It's like when you play FIFA or Pro Evo, and you got Liverpool, but then when you play Pro Evo, they're called Merseyside Red.
It's like those amazing Spider-Man games that came out. So they released the Spider-Man game, called it the Amazing Spider-Man, got licensed to the suit and all that, but they didn't get the license to Andrew Garfield. So they just made their own dude.
Well, Marvel vs. Capcom had that as well.
Yeah.
Asgard's not called Asgard; it's called X-Guard.
Oh,
Well, really?
That's fucking.
It's bad. And Umbrella wasn't called Umbrella; it was like Skybrella.
if it was something that was completely different, or they went directly for the comics sort of thing, I'd be really happy with that. Like if you look at, for example, the Transformers games, the really successful ones and well-received ones are the ones that follow the cartoon sort of look to them, like Fall of Cybertron and that. And when you had
Fall Cybertron was great.
yeah, and when you had the newer ones which followed the movies, everyone's just like, eh. But
Don't follow game movies. Never do well.
No, they never
I'm
do.
trying to. Toy Story on PS1 is about.
Jesus, that's fucking.
That's the rule.
It was a great
The
game,
exception.
though.
It was.
That's
yeah.
what I mean. That's the exception, not the rule.
Yeah, so with
Man,
this
can we get a
one,
remastered version of that?
yeah, well,
It was a great game.
well, when they're going with this one, yeah, just the whole we're doing our own thing. Well, I mean that's all well and good, but actually do your own thing, because too many people are going to, I'll be happy playing this, but from what I can see already is the fact that they've gone too close to the movies, but they haven't achieved the movies. That's irritating me already. And I feel like that's going to happen every single time I see Black Widow on that screen. I'm going to be like, oh, for fuck's sake. So, you're trying to get as close to Scarlett Johansson as you can without being Scarlett Johansson.
Without B and Scarlett Johansson, which,
Yeah.
Yeah, by the end of it, the final look just looks like fucking Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, I see that as a fucking meme.
And they're like, all the content is going to be released free to everybody. And they're like, but yo, we've got a special deal with Sony. And it's like, wait, what? Thought you just said that everything was like, what the fuck? Like you're saying everyone's getting everything, and then you go, oh, except for if you're on PlayStation, you get something better. I mean, that works for me. I'm on PlayStation. I prefer that. But I mean, fuck. Like with a game like
Why
this,
say something's going to be free and everything, and then be like, oh, hey, everything's going to go on a PlayStation first?
Yeah.
It's just like Xbox, so we're bragging about how we're cross-play gods. And at the same time, only on Xbox because we're amazing.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
We got more Final Fantasy VII.
Amazing.
That's weird, man. You got like that. You can go in there like real time hacking and slashing, and then you can stop halfway through it to
You slow down.
select your power moves and shit. It's like, whoa, okay, that's a good mix of dynamic stuff.
Doesn't I feel like that was brought in to appease the like modern day Final Fantasy players. Whereas for me, I
Yeah.
never played 7, so I'm happy just to go in and smack the shit out of people.
A return to turn based wouldn't really work too well, especially after 15.
Not with those graphics. It'd slow it down too much.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. What is definitely interesting is they're like, yo, you want Final Fantasy 7? Yeah, it's going to come out pretty soon, but guess what? This game is so big, it fills up 2 Blu-ray discs. And I'm just like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 was 100 gig. How big is this thing going to fucking be? And they're like, yeah, we're releasing disc 1 first. And they're like, yo, this game isn't episodic like you said it was. The game's just so fucking big, you had to cut it in half and release it in 2 pieces.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. Like, I'm not mad, but I might be a little bit mad if they release disc 1 and they'll be like, yo, that's $100 at EB, and then 6 months later they go, here's disc 2, that's $100 at EB. And it's like, did I just spend $200 on a game?
It 100% will be that.
It definitely will. Did you see that EB Games are trying to fucking charge people $100 for Dauntless on the Switch?
I did see that.
Like,
fucking
yeah,
what?
I'm not sure if it's. I'm not sure if it's a type. I'm not sure if it's.
Well, maybe Dauntless
anything.
on the Switch won't be a download. Maybe it's too big to
But
download,
Dauntless is
so it has to
free.
be.
I don't know. Yeah, Dauntless is
Oh.
free on Xbox and Play. I'm not sure about the Switch. I haven't checked it, but it's like
how the fuck do EB stay competitive when you got fucking Big
I-
W releasing games on launch day for $64? You got fucking JB releasing them for $69. Like, there's
You
no
know how?
incentive there.
They're specialists.
Uh,
That is
Oh,
100%. Like I found
this
when
is
I
losing
worked
money.
when I worked at JB in games, I'd always get like girlfriends of boyfriends coming in to buy stuff because it was JB, or like you get the younger crowd, but mums or parents or grandparents
yeah, they have no idea.
always go to EB because they go, oh, JB or EB Games. Well, EB Games, they
Yeah.
should know more what they're talking about, and then
yeah.
they don't care about the price because they feel like they're getting specialist help. That's the only reason they're still kicking.
I'm not even ashamed to fucking admit this, and it probably annoys my buddy Misso, to be completely honest, but like, especially those times around Christmas and that, where there's bulk like lines and stuff, I'm that guy that walks into that shop, into EB, and I even hang around. Like, I grabbed the newest game off the shelf because I always price match because I like the I still shop at EB. I always price match it to JB, but I like that 2-week period where I can just bring it back.
Return. Yeah.
So I'm that guy that walks in and I'll see everybody lining up to grab like whatever game has just come out. And I'm that guy that goes, oi, everybody in this line, it's $69 at JB. Make sure you price match. And that person behind the counter just gives me the dirtiest look and I go, what? Fuck off, mate.
exactly.
Like, fuck off.
You have to. They have to. Well, a lot of EBs won't price match sometimes.
Yeah, but if it's in the same shopping center, I'm pretty sure they have to.
They
I don't know
have
if they
to,
have to.
but
Like,
Oh, if
they can say
like-
no.
They can
Well,
choose not to.
You know what? If you don't,
They could be
no
like,
worries.
oh, if they don't have it in stock, blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's fine. No worries. If I walk into a store and I get a whole crowd of people in there and I go, all right, everyone, the new fucking, the new Elder Scrolls 6 game, which 400 people are in the shop to buy, it's $69 at the shop across the road. And if EB are going to turn around and tell that 400 people, fucking, sorry, we're not bloody doing that, then 400 people are about to walk out of the store. So, fuck them. I'm not ashamed to admit I'm that guy. I do not give a shit.
EB are too expensive, especially for consoles. I remember when I went to look for my Pro, Big W was when God of War first came out. It was God of War and a Pro for $500. That was cheap. And I went into EB and they're like, it's 600. I'm like, we've got a War, and they're like, no, it's just 600. I'm like, well then,
yeah.
I'll be on my way.
I mean, like I got my Pro from EB Games.
Yeah.
But that was only because I traded in like my previous PlayStation in like fucking however many games, and I managed to hit like $700 for some reason.
Oh,
So I
that's
bought
alright
that.
then.
Yeah, I bought that, Crash Bandicoot, fucking Destiny, which came with it, and then just a bunch of other shit. Other than that, I'm always a JB now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's...
Unless it's something I need to afterpay.
I think it's a little bit illegal actually for what I'm gonna say, but I'm also that guy that like around about that Christmas time period, especially the week after, everyone's bringing in their unwanted consoles to trade in.
Yeah.
My level 4 card gets pimped. Like, hey bro. He's like, oh, hey man, I'm bringing in this thing. I'm not a gamer. I don't even know what this is. I'm like, look, man, see this black card? Get him to scan this when you trade it in. It's like, what does that do? I'm like, that's going to give you an extra $50, dude. Just do it. And yes, it goes on my card. I get points, and technically, I'm pretty sure it counts as a receipt. So I could even come back the next day and be like, "Oh, I traded this in yesterday. I want to."
Yeah, they do keep it as a receipt.
Okay, well, I haven't actually ever done that because I'm not that guy. But it's
I'm pretty sure all of their cards work as receipts. Like if you don't have the receipt,
it doubles.
They track it on the
doubles
card.
the receipt.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be that guy that goes back and gets that guy's Xbox the next day. Like I'm not that dude. But like. People have gotten extra money or extra value because of it, and I'm just like, I don't usually go out of my way to fucking help people out like that, but like I just something to do with EB Games, like spending, like you having to spend that much money just triggers me.
Yeah,
just drives me mental.
No, they're very expensive. Like that's I was viewing that A Plague's Tale. EB are the only fuckers selling it.
Yeah, there's
So
there
which
are
shows
some things like that.
Which is like $90 straight up.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting that when it gets a bit cheaper. That's my sort of game. Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping it's my sort of game.
Yeah. Okay, so also from Square we got some game called Outriders, 3-player co-op survival on a hostile alien planet. From People Can Fly. I was really surprised to see People Can Fly actually, because I was like, okay, they're working on something that's not Bulletstorm 2.
Yeah, they didn't show too much of it, but it seems like it's going to be something similar to Bulletstorm, because the dude that came out seemed pretty proud of Bulletstorm and wanted the crowd to be like, get on board with this kind of thing.
I was really surprised to see that get a remaster, let alone fucking someone, talking about it. But I really want more Bulletstorm. I love it.
Was not for me.
I adored that game. I thought it was fucking phenomenal. But then Bulletstorm 2 got cancelled so they could work on Gears of War Judgment. And I got really excited for that because, like, Bed's my favourite character in that whole series. And then they butchered
Wasn't
it.
Judgment trash? Yeah.
Yes, it was trash. They brought Horde mode into the main story and forced you
Which is
to play
the
Horde
worst
mode.
thing they've ever done.
Yeah, they're like straight up, we're bringing in there. And it wasn't even just disguised. It was blatantly there. It had wave 1 written in the corner, and then wave 2, then wave 3. And it had a countdown timer until the next wave came in. Like, they forced you to do it as part of the campaign, and that carried over to Gears 4 as well. And that just fucking triggered me hard. But, well, it's good to see People Can Fly still doing something, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Some smaller announcements were Final Fantasy VIII is coming, like being remastered. People have been crying for that for ages, so they're finally listening.
Yeah, the crowd went nuts over that. They seemed pretty like... It's only a remaster, it's not getting that F7
Oh, no,
treatment.
but they've wanted that anyway, because like when they announced all the remasters for the Switch, so like the... not the remake of Final Fantasy VII, the remaster, and what they were remastering 9 and 10 or something as well for it, or something like that. I can't remember the exact ones, but they skipped 8.
10's been remastered already.
Oh yeah, it has too. Yeah. Well, people got mad because 8 wasn't happening, so then they're like, okay, 8's happening, and then everyone went ape shit. It's like, all right, well, this is what happens when you give people what they want. Like when they don't listen and when they don't give the people these sort of things, all I can think of is, do you not like money? Like,
Yeah.
you don't.
I've only ever played Final Fantasy X 2. Didn't even play 10.
I haven't played
Honestly,
it either. I just play Kingdom Hearts.
I'm a mad Final Fantasy fan, and I want a 10 remake. Like same thing what they're doing currently, but I
Just
want
so you can play that Blitzball or whatever it was called.
I fucking love. I don't know why. I just love Titus.
Titus was a good character.
So this was the E3 for you then, because there is a lot of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it was.
It was a huge Final Fantasy.
We got Crystal Chronicles remastered, coming to PS4, Switch, and mobile. Y'all got phones? And they also had
And then 14 online as well.
Oh, yep. Yeah, that was a big thing. That game is stupidly popular. I had no idea how popular that was until recently.
I thought it flopped.
So it
Which
did.
game was it?
It did flop. Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
So it
I
did
love
flop,
14.
and then they said, "All right, we fucked it. Let us re-release it." And then they did, and then it was the game everyone wanted. And that game's got like even now, like the amount of free, the amount of players that are jumping on now, all the new players and that, like, yeah, apparently it's skyrocketing.
Well, when they were talking about it and they were going on about it, I'm like, I thought this game was dead. Like, why are they harping on about it? But then they were saying about all the people that still play it. I was like, maybe not.
I think it was 11 million registered users.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many are active, but
Because
supposedly
when 15
as of
came
lately-
out, I remember researching 14 because I'm like, I don't remember what 14 was. And it was
Yeah.
just like an online thing. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, yeah, it did flop hard, and then they re-released it under a different name. It was, they called it, a Realm Reborn or something? And they called it that to, like, basically, it's Final Fantasy Reborn. They're like, we fucked it, but rather than continuing to upgrade it and change it, they straight up just pulled it and then re-released it.
Mm.
You listening, Todd Howard?
Makes sense,
You
though.
listening, buddy? Yeah.
Imagine if he's commenting on YouTube right now.
Yeah. There's another one called War of Divisions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. But it's a mobile game. So,
Meh.
mobile games.
I don't want fucking mobile games.
I don't think
I don't
anyone
know
wants
that.
mobile.
There was an unnecessary amount of mobile announcements. Mobile game.
If I want to
announcements.
play mobile games, I'll just play my Switch. The graphics are about the same.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing there, buddy.
That's what I
Fighting words, motherfucker.
I see
remember
what you're
saying
fucking
that.
doing there.
I have a
remember saying
meme
that too.
ready to make.
half of the fucking of the titles that I'm seeing like on the eShop, I've seen on my fucking phone. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why did I spend $400 to play something that I could just play on my phone? Like,
The problem with the Nintendo eShop, a lot of it is just indie titles,
That's a
which
shit
yeah,
shop, man.
usually-
It's really hard to navigate.
Whi- which is well, it is, and it's usually the eShop. If it's indie made, the graphics are usually portable to a phone, unfortunately.
They do not know what
Yeah.
they're doing with online shit. That store is fucked. The online infrastructure is fucked.
I thought they were gonna
Chat
do.
is
I
just
thought they were gonna
separate
do
phone
more.
app.
Nintendo. I thought there was gonna be more. I was hoping for their online thing to announce that SNES would be joining.
Yeah.
So like, you know how they released the 3 titles for Nintendo a month or whatever.
Yeah.
People
Oh,
really
yeah.
want SNES.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll get there. So that's all the Final Fantasy stuff by the looks of it. Octopath Traveler is on PC now, no longer just a Switch exclusive.
That's pretty good.
I hear really good things about that. I've got the demo on my Switch. I haven't actually played it yet. The whole 8
A
different
lot of
campaigns-
dialogue,
Yeah, I heard that, and I was like,
But
If
not-
you like
not
long
good dialogue.
stories and stuff, it's worth it.
Yep.
But if you're not down for the long haul of like sitting down and actually putting hours into it, it's not worth it.
Well, I've
it
got.
took me like 3 hours to get out of the main town because every prick is just a chatty fucker.
Okay, well, I've got 3 hours on the demo, so we'll see what happens. It looks really nice though, like visually, it's.
I like the way it looks. It's like an old school. Which was the Game Boy that just started to get color, but it wasn't like fluid. Was it the Pikachu one? Was that Advance?
No, it was just Game Boy Color.
They didn't have
Just Game Boy Color. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was
but
just a
then Game
color.
Boy Advance was the one that was a bit more.
They didn't have a back screen until the Game Boy Advance SP.
Yeah, color was like it had color, but
Yeah,
the shrub, like for example, if you play Pokemon, the green of a bush,
yeah.
it was just the outline was green, not the actual. That's what it reminds me of, just a bit better.
I think it reminds me a bit more of like Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Like, you know, how that was pixelated, but not
Yeah,
too pixelated.
but this is
It's kind of
pixelated with a
artsy
high,
style now, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that art style, and it's but it's got. So it's got that retro sort of look, but at 1080p.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
and really
so
pixelated characters as well.
It is pixelated, but it's crisp. So like I
Yeah.
feel like it's got that mix. Yeah, I don't know.
That's the thing. When it
looks
comes
really
to
nice.
games these days, a lot of people are more over. They're wanting, like, you know, the quality of the game, not the visual.
Yeah, and
Like, it started with Minecraft. Minecraft was god awful. It's blocks and shit, and everyone loves that game. And then they brought out Stardew Valley and all these other indie games that were just amazing, and they're all 8-bit.
it's because they're
I think
charming
it's-
as fuck.
Exactly, it's starting a new trend, and I think Octopath Traveler met that like amazingly.
Well, that was critical.
You know what?
I
what game
think
I
the
love in
opposite-
that kind of fashion? The Dragon Ball Z games that came out on Advance.
Oh, I remember those. Like Legacy of Goku and that.
Them,
I think
they
I was
were
called that.
amazing.
Goku was amazing.
They were so good.
I
They were
enjoyed it.
literally like Pokemon, but DBZ.
Yeah, yeah.
Like just
that
a little.
top-down
You'd
style.
walk around as your little characters, and then kill little worms and bad guys, and then when you get to level 14,
And the
Super Saiyan.
the pixels on top of his fucking head would just turn from
Yeah.
black to yellow. It's like, yeah, I'm
But those
powered up.
games, they were fun. They
Yeah,
were fun games.
They really
I
were.
still remember the cheat code for Legacy of Goku 1. How to get unlimited Kai and health.
Yeah,
You just like
But
in
that's the
the
kind-
menu when like the theme song started to play. If you were like up, down, left, right, B, A, start before you saw the dragon's head, before you saw Shenron's head, it'd ding, and then you had unlimited everything.
see, I've still got them on my phone because like I've got emulators on my phone.
Yeah.
So I still play them every now and then just for a bit of nostalgia.
There you go. There's a
Um,
cheat code for you.
Thanks, mate.
Well, for the beard man, some Dragon Quest. That's your thing, isn't it?
Look, Dragon Quest Builders, yes. Dragon Quest itself, not really.
Okay.
Builders
Dragon
looks like
Quest-
a mini DBZ.
It's
4-player online.
I was waiting
co-op.
for him to do a. I was waiting for him to do a
100%
fusion.
I can't wait for the co-op side of everything. Number
July
1 was
12th, it's a
great.
couple of
It's
weeks
like
away.
Yeah, no, it's really close. I didn't think they were going to release
A
it so
demo
soon.
available on June 27. Hey,
on PS4 only.
yeah. Do you reckon the demo will be co-op?
I don't know, but I'll download it and I'll tell you.
I actually like the look of the other Dragon Quest, like the 11, I think it was. I was surprised that I
cool.
liked the look of it.
What I recommend doing, go and get the demo to Dragon Quest Builders 1 on your Switch.
Yep.
It's like a Zelda-esque Minecraft kind of like builder.
Okay.
It's worth it. I don't know what it is about it, but it's awesome.
We'll see what happens.
Number 2 looks like it's expanding on everything, making things bigger. You kind of have a certain square area where you've got to build a little like town.
Yeah.
And then at the end of like you've done all the quests in the town, then a boss comes along. You've got to defend the town against the boss, and you've only got that little square area to kind of like defend. And then you go into the next world and so on from there until you get to like the final boss. It was definitely an interesting game, but it does repeat itself. I think the new one's going to be more, this is your story, you're just going to go around the world map you've got and go from place to place more than just, we're going to teleport you to the next world now.
Yeah. Righto.
So I'm hoping that's going to go better because they're bringing in vehicles this time as well. So you may have to go a lot further to get to
I
the
was
next
going to say,
area.
you might have to actually travel.
Yeah, which would be interesting. But the whole co-op side of things will make things a hell of a lot easier as well.